Welcome to the video, guys. Here are our picks for the top 10 disc golf holes in Charlotte. Hope you guys enjoy. Here we go, folks. On to hole number 10.
Well, our number 10 pick.
Yeah. We have hole 6 at Sugar Creek Disc Golf Course. This hole is a 349-foot, slightly uphill par 3 with a very elevated basket.
Yeah. That is definitely one of the key features about this hole that we love. It's elevated, but it's very elevated.
It's very elevated, which makes it fun, and the distance makes it perfect distance where it's very tricky with the elevated basket.
Yeah.
There's two routes you can go. You can go the forehand on the left, that puck we're seeing here, that is showing here.
And then there's also, you can either do a backhand anhyzer or just a backhand straight shot. Cole's better go with the backhand anhyzer. Looks pretty nice. We both have pretty good shots.
Yeah.
Usually doesn't happen. Sometimes they're not as good as this.
And this is what makes this hole, this is why I put this hole on this list, is because of this basket. Pugger does a great job there.
Yeah.
Somehow makes that
Somehow.
putt.
I don't know how.
But now this is also why this hole is interesting, because if you miss far. And then it turns into situations like you see here. But
Cole does a good job though, making this extra putt.
Yeah, and that's why we chose this hole. It was very fun, very interesting, and that's why it's number 10.
Alright, on to number 9 for our 9th pick. We have hole 2 at Eastway. Eastway is one of the newer courses here in the Charlotte area, but it's definitely one of the best. And hole 2, in our opinion, is definitely up there. It's a very open shot to start, and then it gets a little bit tighter. Also with an elevated basket.
There is a OB pond right off the tee. It's about 250 to clear the pond, and about 350 to get to the very top of the hill that you see us going to. So the goal is to obviously clear the pond, get as far up the hill as you can, and then you'll have a open-ish shot.
Yeah, you definitely want to be further to the right side than the left side. The left side gives you a little bit more pinch.
You see me throwing backhand here, there is a problem.
That almost went in. That was really
But
close.
you'll see a problem where there is a little slope on the left of the basket.
Yeah.
So with backhand, it can easily travel down that slope.
As mine does right there.
You'll get a tricky putt. But overall, the OB, the par 4, and the elevated basket with the tricky green made this hole go into our list.
Yeah. It's just a great scenic hole as well. Just stepping up to the tee pad, it's very nice to look at.
Yeah.
And the green is very wide open. It's very fair as well. They did a lot of work putting into this course.
Yeah. Nice tee pad.
Yeah,
Bridge over the swamp.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Alright, on to the next hole.
Hole 8. We have hole 12 at Hornets Nest. Famous hole. This is where Chris Dickerson threw it in the skins match. But basically you have a big open field, long drive. For us at least, it's a long drive, a long upshot, and a long birdie putt pretty much. So you have to go long straight and then make a big horseshoe anhyzer trying to get into the gap. It's very hard to penetrate into the gap.
Yeah, you probably have to throw at least 550 just to see the basket. And if not, you have a tricky backhand anhyzer shot.
So yes, literally just throw as far as you can here. You want to put it a little bit to the left side so you open up that gap a little more. Because if you're right behind those trees on the right, it's almost impossible to get to the basket.
I agree. And there's this little tricky water puddle that we have to deal with, which I did not like particularly, but still got our drives out there. We both had actually pretty good drives. But we're very sorry about this next shot because it's very hard to see once the disc left our hands. So it was hard to track, so it looks like it kind of just disappeared.
But we're basically trying to throw flippy discs really high with the anhyzer so that it pans out and goes towards that gap.
Yeah.
Because it is a very far shot, and I don't think we can reach it with a forehand, at least the basket.
Yeah, definitely.
You can see even I had a good shot, I'm right in the gap, but I'm still 80 feet away.
Yeah. And those are two solid shots, and still he's very, very far.
This is a very hard hole, and that's why it makes it onto our list.
Yes.
Very fun, hard hole.
Yeah. Yeah, another very scenic hole as well. Just, very nice to look at. Alrighty. On to the next one. For our 7th pick, we have... This is one of the lesser known holes. This is hole 8 at R.L. Smith Disc Golf Park. It's just a bomb. It's just a downhill, about 500 feet or so. Yeah, all downhill. You just get to rip one as hard as you can out into that field.
Downhill par 3. There is an OB creek on the right that you have to watch out for, but because if you turn it over, it will go in that creek. But otherwise, it's just a super fun hole to play, super scenic hole to play, and yeah, that's why I made it onto our list.
Yeah, definitely one of those holes you can just, it's kind of...
You can throw a bunch off.
Yeah, you just kind of throw a bunch off.
Yeah.
But we both here, which is actually very nice, we both have short birdie putts, which we both make.
Easy.
Oh yeah, too easy. Yeah. Make some harder holes, Charlotte. Come on.
Here we go. Number 6. We have obviously hole 17.
Well, it's hole 17 on the Pro Tour. But,
yes.
If you go to regular Nevin holes, it's hole 12.
Hole 12.
And yeah, just a very long par 5. I guess eagleable. There was one eagle on the Pro Tour, but
Alvin Harris.
Yeah.
It's so hard in real life, guys. If you play this hole, it's a very, very tough birdie, even at the par 5. So you have kind of a low ceiling tree shot with the trees and the hill. Then you have OB all down the left, bushes on the right. That'll be jail. So you have to make sure you throw it far and accurate. But your goal is to get over that hill that you see, and then it slopes down. And if you can get down into that bowl before the gap, then that's massive.
I seem to do a decent job on that. Because it's good to push it right, but if you push it too far right, you contend with those bushes.
And then there's actually a Mando on the right to keep you from going down this cart path on the left.
Yeah.
But once you get into the gap, there's basically a big, long turning left fairway that you have to follow. And basically it's just, again, throw as far as you can.
Yeah, I do agree. But just a very, very fun one.
Very pivotal hole, especially during the Pro Tour Championships.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I think Ricky bogeyed this hole, something like that. Someone bogeyed this hole down the stretch.
Yeah.
And it can definitely be a deciding hole.
I thought it was a very good change for them to make this hole 17 and then hole 13 to be 18. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. And the basket is on this little slope. They of course put this little riser in because Charlotte Disc Golf Club is the best. Not better than Disc Cap, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, but there's a bunch of work put into all these holes, and yeah, that's basically why I made it on the list.
Our 5th pick, we have the Gauntlet, another hole at Nevin. Yeah, just a bomb. If you get a birdie on this, you are looking crispy. It's just a long 400-foot par 3. Stepping up on a tee pad, it just looks daunting.
You don't realize how tight the fairway is. 20 feet wide the whole way down.
Yeah.
In the trees, if you kick, like it's super hard.
Yeah, because you're trying to throw as hard as you can. And you hit a tree early, you kick right or left, it's absolute jail.
Yeah.
So whenever you see a pro birdie this, it's crazy.
400 feet in a 400 feet in a tunnel in the woods.
Yeah.
Like you can't throw it high too because the leaning branches.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really, really hard.
Well, we both seem to do a decent job, honestly, on this hole. To get a 3 is
fine.
You're perfect.
You want a 3 on this hole.
Yeah. Even a bogey sometimes is like it's manageable. It's fine. But just with all those factors included, there's a reason why this hole made out on our list.
Yeah.
Nicole with a great putt. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We both collected our 3s, which is you're happy.
I like this hole because it's like pro, but it's like fun.
Yeah, I agree.
But going on to hole 4, we're getting to the top 4 now. We have hole 18 at Nevin Park, hole 4 for the Disc Golf Pro Tour layout. But basically, you have this super downhill tunnel shot, 462 feet par 3, OB Creek before the basket. You have telephone wires going down the whole fairway. It's super sick.
It's just awesome. I really love this hole, especially as the finishing hole at Nevin Park. It fits perfectly. It's pretty wide open. It's just, by the same time, it's kind of tight. And just with those power lines lining the fairway, it just makes for a really cool hole.
Yeah. The creek is in play. Having it right before the basket makes it so if you wussy your driver fade out early, it is most likely going in that creek. So that's what makes this a good hole. You really have to commit to your shot and make sure you get the right flight on it.
But both of us ending up with pretty good drives. I thought mine was in the creek, but I guess I just barely cleared it. And we're looking at both birdie putts. Overall, just I suggest you guys come out and play these holes.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. All right, top 3 now. Top 3 holes in Charlotte. I mean, come on. All right, so for our third pick, we picked hole 18 at Eastway Park. This is a pretty challenging hole. It is a par 5. They did move the tee pad back recently, which made it a little bit harder. But, you know, just kind of a tunnel shot. You can eagle this if you can throw 400 feet, over 400 feet. But it'd be a very, very hard.
Yeah, the last shot is very uphill. And basically you have a tunnel shot to start, very tight tunnel shot. Then you have to throw over this little stream area that's OB. And the basket is even further behind that stream up the hill. So this makes for a very fun finishing hole, a very deciding finishing hole, especially in tournaments.
Exactly.
And it's just super fun to play because you have that chance of an eagle being at 700 feet.
And it's hard to kind of see on camera. I mean, it kind of sucks because we are playing these holes in the winter, which is in the summer. These would look beautiful. I remember coming here when we were visiting Charlotte, and we could see all the luscious greenery, and the sun was coming through the trees, and this hole just looked, something out of a movie. It was awesome.
And like most of the OB on all these holes, white stakes surrounding all of the OB.
Yeah.
So. Oh, that's a nice looking dish right there.
Oh yeah, it's great.
But yeah, white stakes surrounding all the OB, so these courses and these holes are well taken care of.
Oh yeah.
You also have a wooden bridge going across the stream area.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
That's amazing.
Cole unfortunately did go OB.
And then I have about a
what did you say?
375 up the hill.
Yeah.
At least.
When you're back all the way there, yeah.
So there was a headwind, turned it over, but here's Parker's third.
I managed to put it pretty close.
Bunnies.
I think that was only like 310. I moved. Once you move up the fairway a little bit more, it gets a lot easier. But when you're back there, like Cole was, it's definitely a lot trickier.
Yeah. But this is still a fun, challenging hole.
Cole off the top of the basket there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, not too bad.
Actually, pretty stupid. Parker for a birdie. Wow.
Easy money.
Easy money. Yeah, it's actually too easy for me.
And
like I said, make these holes harder.
Yeah.
Cole tried to do a trick shot, and that was the most epic fail I've ever seen in my entire life.
I tried to kick my disc in. It didn't work.
It's okay.
All right, number 2. Let's go.
2.
We have hole 17 at Hornets Nest. This hole was so deciding during the Pro Tour Championships.
Oh my goodness.
727 par 5, eagled by Paul Ulibarri somehow. And Ezra somehow. It's literally crazy. You have to throw so far to eagle this hole.
And it's just like a dog leg. You have to throw so far, and then it just cuts
accurately
left.
too.
And it's uphill as well.
It's a very tricky shot.
But it's just.
This is also where Katrina Allen.
Yes.
Freaking messed
She had
up.
it in the bag. She had it in the bag, and she, I think, 3-putted, or maybe even 4-putted on this basket because it's just a little bit elevated.
Yeah.
It has like this. I think it's like a man-made rock feature.
Yeah.
Where they elevated the basket, but just everything about this hole is awesome. It's perfectly designed. Very well maintained.
For us, at least, you're trying to throw as far as possible. Excuse me. Far as possible off the tee.
Yeah.
And then if you have an angle to the basket, you're gonna try to, or an angle to the dog leg, because we can't reach the basket.
Yeah.
Have an angle, you're gonna have a tricky forehand flex or a high hyzer backhand. Because it really is a dog leg left.
Yeah.
There's lots of trees. If you kick anywhere, you're done. If you try to cut that corner, you're done. There's lots of trees in that corner. So it is a bait to try to cut the corner, but it usually doesn't work out that well. So I went a little long. I have a forehand to try to get to the basket. And I think we're both gonna have birdie putts.
Oh yeah, we do. I didn't even realize that. But mine stopped right there. I didn't Cole.
Yeah, here we go.
What a great birdie.
Here we go. Number one, best hole in Charlotte. If you know anything about Charlotte, you will not be surprised. It's hole 18 at Scrapyard.
No.
Freaking.
Shit. It's okay.
Renaissance.
Renaissance disc golf. Renaissance Golds. There's 2 courses at Renaissance.
Yep. So you have this
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. Like oh my
double
goodness.
island on the hole.
Yeah.
So first you're throwing off the tee and you throw into this peninsula with power lines on either side, okay?
Yeah.
And look at this view, folks. This is turning around behind the hole where you don't even throw, but still,
It's
power
just-
lines
yeah.
running along this whole course. This course in general is beautiful, but this is the most beautiful.
And it's the
course.
finishing hole.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
So you throw in this peninsula, and then you're trying to reach onto this island where that power line is situated,
It's
that
also
tower. But it's a complete island over there, and then from there you're gonna try to throw to another island. It's a par 5, and it's super hard to birdie.
Oh my god.
You have to be able to throw 350, 350, and then have a short up shot, or lay up before the second island,
And then
to have
315.
to have a far shot to the far island. So there's a lot of strategy involved on this hole. There's a lot of OB on this hole, but there's also a lot of like man-made features on this hole.
Mhm.
It's freaking awesome.
It's just such an awesome.
It follows the ravine, so you can see
Yeah.
the ravine there, and it's just super sick.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to show this just because like this is such a cool walkway just in between the holes.
Mhm.
Like in between the island to island. And then you're following the power lines the whole time. You get a view the whole time.
Yeah.
It's just such an awesome hole.
So I barely made it safe on the island. So now you have a simple upshot. Look at that framework holding the dirt in by the basket. And then you can see the stairs. This is why we chose it as the best hole. It's the challenge. It's the coursework. It's the whole thing.
And, like I can't even imagine the amount of hours put into this.
Oh
Like
my
just look at
goodness.
this bridge alone.
Yeah. Going
Like,
up and down the ravine.
It's
And
just awesome.
then you have the peninsula island
Yeah.
green. It's just so sick to play and so fun to play.
Yeah. If you guys haven't, I suggest you go to Renaissance and just just play Holy. You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see why it's actually. Yeah. That was our hole.
That was our top 10 holes in Charlotte. Ending on this beautiful view. Let us know if you have any holes you think that should be on this list.
Yeah, we are very sorry if any of your favorite holes got left out of this video, but these are in our opinion. But we hope this list, we put together a pretty good list. We hope you guys thought so as well.
We've been running around all day, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos.
I agree. I would definitely do that. That'd be very good.
See you next time. Bye bye.